Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Real Word podcast, a place where real thoughts, real ideas, and real words come to life. I'm your host, Drew, coming from San Diego, California. Thank you for stopping by, tuning in, checking out the channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit up those links down below. And now let's get into the episode. It is Friday. So happy almost weekend, everybody. And that means today here in California, we are starting phase 2 for reopening everything. And I know like some retail stuff is going to be opening. Some more restaurants will be able to open, but with only like curbside pickup and to-go orders and things like that. So, and then some trails and stuff will be opening up, and it's very confusing. I was watching Joe Rogan yesterday, and he had the list, and then I went and tried looking up that list this morning, and I couldn't find it, because I wanted to write down everything that was going to be opened, and what we can do and what is able to be done, and but I couldn't find it, so just going off of trying to remember what I saw from yesterday. So I do know certain things will be opening up, and we're in just kind of this testing stage of how we're gonna see how things go, basically. So I got this Jack Wax again. I've basically only been taking dabs early in the morning and when I'm doing an episode, so I still got some. Haven't been going through it as quickly. Been trying to smoke less, to conserve, and I also started messing with these edibles, and whenever I eat edibles, man, I just do not have to smoke as much. So I've been having like a hybrid edible during the middle of the day, and then an indica edible, just 10 milligrams, nothing crazy. I remember I used to have like 100 milligrams and it be nothing. But it had been a while, and it doesn't get me super high or anything, but it's just a nice relaxing feeling, a nice calming, and then yeah, I woke up feeling really good this morning. Well rested and all of that. So let's have this dab. I'll probably cough my head off again. So I apologize about that. But cheers. That puddled. Definitely let that cool down a little too much, but it's all good. I'll finish that up later. It's all good. So, let's get into a couple of things. So I did kind of switch up the format again a little bit. I know, for a while there, I was just kind of, going off of the top of the brain and just kind of free-flowing, talking and all of that. But I realized I was missing a couple of ideas when I would do that, or a couple of topics that I wanted to kind of touch on. So I just kind of wrote down a few bullet points of things I wanted to touch on, just so I don't forget. I don't have a script or anything like no script or anything like that, but I did want to just keep my thoughts kind of in some sort of order and in some sort of way about it. But so I did write some things down, so if you see me looking over there, I'm just kind of trying to it's just bullet points, so I'm just trying to keep keep my mind on the right track a little bit. So that's all that is. I'm just looking over the computer, checking to see what my notes say, and yeah, let's just get into this first thing. I mean, I watched some history yesterday. I mean, it was pretty cool, man. Shout out to Watsky, the rapper, man. He's from San Francisco. I believe he did this thing out of LA though. I think he's been in LA, and he was attempting to set the Guinness World Record for longest freestyle, which I believe was right around a day, 24 hours or something like that. And man, he smashed that record. He went 33 hours and 33 minutes, and he tried to go to the 33 seconds. I think he ended up going over a little bit of what he initially wanted, but he did get to that 33 hours and 33 minutes, and he said it was very significant, like that number meant a lot to him. So I don't know what that's about, especially being a conspiracy theorist and, you know, knowing what that number kind of represents. I don't know what it means to him. He didn't really say on the stream or get into it in the freestyle. He just said it was kind of important to him. So I don't know what that means, and I don't know what that significance is between that number for him and all of that. But yeah, man, I mean, I was mid stream watching, and he broke the record, and that was pretty cool. And then, you know, I kept going back and forth, and then I saw him end it. I knew when it was around 7:30 when he wanted to end it, and I probably watched the last 30 to 45 minutes or so, and he got this crazy energy wave at the end, and he was actually going pretty good, man. The last little bit was really cool to see. Sometimes when I would check in throughout the day, man, his energy was just gone. He went 22 hours straight without taking a break. And I guess within the rule set, you're allowed a 5-minute break every hour wrapped or something like that. So he had accumulated a bunch of break time, and he didn't take one until 22 hours. And then he just took like a quick 10-minute break. And then he did end up taking like another break. I don't know how long that one was. Maybe it was a little bit longer, like probably 20, 30 minutes, something like that. Just so he can refuel, get a bite to eat, and just try and regain some energy and gather his composure and you know, all of that. But it was interesting. It was really cool to see, and I'm glad I got to watch midstream when he actually broke the record. That was pretty cool. And then at the very end when he finished up and you know, completed his task, that was really cool to see. And then the fact that his energy just got super amped at the end was really cool. So shout out to Watsky, man. I've seen him once on Warped Tour. He's cool, man. He puts on a good show, and he raised a bunch of money on this stream for musicians in need right now, and to reimburse his fans who bought non-refundable tickets and travel expenses and all of that. So it's pretty cool that he was able to do that, and he broke his goal by like $40-something thousand or something. He raised $140,000 something dollars. So shout out to Watsky, man. That's pretty cool. That's awesome for him. But yeah, what else? What else is going on? I did talk to my therapist yesterday. That was pretty good. It's pretty needed. It had been a little over 2 weeks since I had talked to him, so that was good. Just kind of went over some things. Kind of pointing out some things, and he doesn't tell me to do anything. He just kind of, you know, well, unless he like assigns some sort of homework or something like that, something he wants me to work on in between sessions. But he doesn't say, hey, you have to do this with your life to do this. It's no like, hey, just thinking it's more thought provoking than kind of anything, and then having that person to kind of talk to as well is good. I enjoy it, and I do feel like yesterday's session was a pretty good one, so I appreciate it. I definitely do. And it was interesting because, I mean, we were talking about just kind of everything going on. I was telling him how I'm kind of like suspicious and paranoid about kind of everything going on with the news and the manipulation of numbers, and how one site is saying this, one site is saying that, and then, so I was telling him all this, and he completely understands. He said, yeah, there's a bunch of like misinformation out there, there's a bunch of confusion, and so that was kind of reassuring that my doctor and my therapist, like, I don't know if he necessarily believes what I believe or whatever, but the fact that he was like, yeah, no, I get it, I understand, there's definitely like a lot of misinformation and a lot of like different things going on and reports coming out to really make it confusing. So that was good to me. Like, I thought that was interesting that he, kind of was saying the same thing. So what else? I mean, Money in the Bank is going on Sunday. I don't know why they're doing it this Sunday. It doesn't make any sense. Because we have Mother's Day. And maybe some people are like, cool, yeah, I mean, I can't even see my mom right now because of everything going on. We have to, yeah. So maybe it's that. So they're like, yeah, people are going to be at home and not able to go see mom and all that. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but I know I'm going to be spending time with my mom and family and stuff. So we're going to be doing something with her. And probably not going to be able to watch Money in the Bank, at least not live. I am interested, though, to see kind of how they do that, the actual Money in the Bank match, where they start at the ground floor and have to go all the way up to the rooftop, which then there will be a ring and a ladder. So, I don't know. It seems a little ridiculous. I don't know. We'll see. I was gonna say I'm excited to see it, but I don't know. It could be done really cheesy too, so we'll see. I guess we'll just have to watch and find out what they do. And that's all we can do. So yeah, that's Sunday, and then yes, Saturday. Oh my gosh, tomorrow UFC is back, baby. UFC is back. I can't wait. And it is a stacked card. I did kind of see more of a rundown from it yesterday or the other day after I did a video. And man, it is just a stacked card all the way through from the prelims to the main event. It is just going to be a fun card. And I am excited for it. I can't wait. Yeah, fighting is back. UFC is back. And they're going to be pumping out these cards. And they're still working on that Fight Island to get these international fighters going. And those fights going. And yeah, it's... it seems like they're doing everything that they need to do to be safe with the testing and all of that too. So that's a good sign to see. So I'm definitely looking forward to the fights tomorrow. And then going forward as well, because there is going to be 2 additional cards, all within that 8-day period of time starting tomorrow. So that is something to definitely look forward to. I am very, very, very excited about that. So, what else is going on? I just thought this was a pretty funny one because I haven't touched on it at all yet. And there is a reason the Michael Jordan The Last Dance docuseries, whatever it is. I haven't watched it, and I don't really care to. I've heard nothing but great things about it, but honestly, I just don't care. I mean, Michael Jordan was, I grew up kind of not watching him, but him being a figure in my life for sure. Like Space Jam and, just being such a predominant figure throughout my growing up, but him kind of, I guess, being in his prime when I was a kid, but me being way too young to really watch it and take it in like that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, of course, he's a great player. I've heard some not so good things about him. I heard they kind of go into that in this series. So I don't know. I might have to check it out just to kind of see how they do it. But honestly, I haven't watched it and I don't care to. And I haven't planned on watching it. But I know that's been the next biggest hype thing over this whole quarantine lockdown. Like, the biggest thing initially was that Tiger King. But then it seems like everybody started interviewing everybody from the show and getting them on their podcast, and just it became super oversaturated, and then people moved on to the next thing, and now it's the Michael Jordan thing, and that's, yeah, I didn't even watch all of Tiger King. I would have never even watched that, but my dad had it on, and he fell asleep, and I just kept watching for like 2 or 3 episodes, and I was like, all right, I'm done with this. And then I never went back to it. I just heard everything I need to hear about it from all these podcasts and all these interviews, and you guys did too much. You killed it. And I don't agree with what they were doing. So it's like, I don't need to watch it. I don't need to see it. I don't care to. And that's like the Michael Jordan thing, man. I just don't care to see it. It's just, I love playing basketball. I've said it before, but watching it, it's just boring to me. I don't know what it is, but playing it is something different. You get a great sweat in, you get great exercise, and it's fun. But watching it, it's just, I don't know what it is. I used to watch it a little bit, but it's still one of the sports that I probably watched the least. It just wasn't never my favorite thing to watch ever. So haven't watched the Michael Jordan thing, so I wonder if you guys were wondering why I hadn't mentioned that or anything like that, but that's why. I just haven't watched it, and I don't care to. It is what it is. So, what else is going on? This is interesting. Well, I guess we'll get to this first. Something just more a little local. Just because we have a few here in North County. Soup Plantation, man, they're gone. They're closing up for good. And kind of makes sense with everything going on. How are buffets gonna be able to survive after this? I don't know. I don't really see it happening. I think Vegas might take a big hit with that industry. You're already seeing it here with Soup Plantation. They're the first one that I've seen like that to kind of fall. It is a bummer because they seem to have options for kind of everybody. And even if you were vegan, they had stuff there that you can pick and choose from. There was a few options. So it was a cool place where everybody can go, the whole family can go. And we went there growing up all the time. It was a great place for the family. Like I said, like there was something for everybody there. So it's a bummer to see that that franchise kind of have to fold under and go under because of everything going on. But it makes sense because who is gonna want to go to a buffet nowadays? I mean, they were already a little sketch and had that kind of stigma about them prior, and now it's only gonna be even worse. So that's unfortunate. But Soup Plantation, man, they are no longer. That is definitely a bummer. So that kind of sets the tone for the next few topics. Kind of led a more local thing into the kind of virus news. So let's get into this for just a couple minutes and then I will get out of here. So I was watching one of my buddies who actually doesn't live far from here. He doesn't live far from me, unless he moved, but I don't think he did. And we met at an Adam Kokesh thing a few years back when he was doing a tour stop, a little book tour, something. And anyway, I met this guy. He's from right down the street, and he makes YouTube videos. And I just threw on his stream the other day, and he had this video clip of this show called Dead Zone and the episode called Plague, I believe it was. And this show took place in 2003. And wow. Go look it up. There's this clip. It's like this 3.5-minute clip, something like that, of a brief synopsis of the episode. And wow. It is pretty remarkable how spot on that episode is to how things are going today. From it being a virus that they've never seen to them calling a lockdown to then a quarantine to it originating in China and then being like, oh yeah, a lot of viruses come from China, and the CDC would have never figured out chloroquine. That's the crazy part. How did they predict chloroquine was gonna kill or ease the effects of this coronavirus in the show, this malaria drug? And oh my god, man, just go look that up. It's called Dead Zone, and the episode was Plague, and this was from 2003. I saw it, my mind was blown. I showed my dad. He was like, are you serious? It is just insane. I don't know if it's coincidence, predictive programming. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that means, but it is there. You can go look for it. You can go see it yourself. It is just, it's something else, man. Just how spot on it is. It just blew my mind. Like 100%. I was just like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Just crazy. Super crazy. But yet I get called the crazy one and the conspiracy theorists and all of that. I don't know, man. It's just, when you see things like this, how can you not question what's really going on, man? When they lay out the formula and how they did it so perfectly, down to the drug that has been helping people today. This is 17 years ago. Man, I don't get it. It's crazy. But this kind of leads to the other thing. I haven't seen it yet, but that movie Plandemic, or that documentary, whatever it is, pieced together movie, I don't know what it is. It's been popping up all over. I've been seeing a lot of people have been talking about it, but it keeps getting taken down on YouTube and different places. So I have to try and go search for it and find it, and definitely try and keep my eye on that and see what's going on with that. I heard from Tim Pool. I was watching him yesterday, and he said it's not even that bad. It was like whatever. They're making more of a controversy out of it by banning it and making it censored and pulling it off websites. He said they're causing or calling more attention to it than anything. So I find that interesting. I do find that interesting. Who knows what's going on? I do want to see it though. I do want to check that out and see what all the hype kind of is about. See if I can form my own opinion out of it. But we'll see. We'll see if I can even find it, right? I did hear it on a couple different platforms, but I just haven't gone to look for it yet. I did look for it a couple times yesterday on YouTube with no luck, but we'll see. We will see. If I do watch it, I'll definitely let you guys know and let you know what I think about it and all of that. Let's get into this last little thing that I wanted to bring up. I know that there was that report of Kim Jong-un being dead, and then a week went by and he was spotted, and then I think he was spotted again, and then there was a picture that surfaced of him appearing next to what seemed to be a body double. So who knows what's going on over there? Who knows what's going on with that situation? We won't ever really know because they keep things so under lock and key and hidden, and that's just something we have no idea about. There seemed to be so much false information with that report. TMZ, man, you guys failed big time on that report, because I believe they were the first one to kind of report that Kim Jong-un died or whatever from a botched heart surgery, or was a place like he was a vegetable, and they gotta take this loss, man. They failed big time. Like, how did they even get that information? Where did that come from? Like, did you even vet your source? Like, what happened? Or maybe he did die. Maybe they did get it right, and maybe North Korea's fucking with us. Like, who knows, man? We really don't know, honestly. Like I said, this whole thing could be a game to them, man. Like, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Everybody wants to say they know and think they know, but man, we don't know what's going on at all. I think there's a lot more confusion and a lot more going on that we don't see, obviously. I mean, obviously, if you don't know that, then I don't know what else to tell you, man. I really don't, but all right, I think that is gonna do it. It's already almost a half an hour. This flew by. It was good to kind of keep those notes so I can keep all of my thoughts in order. I went over everything I wanted to, so that is good. I feel good about that. My brother's going to come over today. We are going to do Drew and Chase side by side, so a new episode should be dropping hopefully tomorrow, hopefully Saturday. And that might be the new day where we release it. We'll see. Because I don't want too much content being released on one day. So we'll see. I gotta kind of take a look and more of an overview and see where I can place the episodes and the content. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I got going on. And until next time, everybody, thank you for stopping by. Actually, make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit up those links down below, hit up that Robinhood link. If you want a free stock, I will get a free stock as well. It's a win-win for the both of us. And that's it, everybody. Until next time, peace.